Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the South Union Township Rec Center, we bring you the South Union Township Youth Basketball League. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupin. We'll welcome you aboard for today's 3 youth basketball games. The first game will be in the kindergarten and first grade division, the second game in the second and third grade division, and the final game of the night in the fourth, fifth, and sixth grade division. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Rick Vernon, Bob Schiffbauer, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. You can also watch these games on YouTube by searching South Union Television. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We'll be back with the first game after this message. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company. We're back here at the South Union Rec Center, ready for our first game of the night. It's in the kindergarten and first grade division. The Red Bulls taking on the Purple Dragons. Sidney Phillips, the head coach of the Purple Dragons. Phil Mosley, the former Uniontown grad, the head coach of the Red Bulls. And in the center circle, Brylan Lopes for the Purple Dragons. Ben Johnson there for the Red Bulls. Ball in the air, and this game is underway as it's controlled by the Purple Dragons and Haven Harris. Haven, a quick shot, just coming up short. Rebound underneath and put back up and in. And that's the Purple Dragons that strike first with Nathan Koloski getting the first 2 points of the night. Good job there, Nathan, getting the rebound right underneath. We play 2 15-minute halves there in the kindergarten and first grade division. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupin. Nice to have you along with us for some youth basketball here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Tymir Davis with it right now for the Red Bulls. We saw him out here last week. Davis, a very impressive young player for the Red Bulls. Takes it inside there. Just missed knotting up the game as Nathan Koloski with a rebound. Running coast to coast back on the other side. Koloski just missing there as it rattles out. Ball loose here on the near side and rolled out of bounds. It was either touched by the Red Bulls' Ben Johnson or Gracie Phillips on the Purple Dragons. Rolled off of Johnson and out, so the Purple Dragons will keep possession. Sent in there by Brylan Lopes. And Koloski's jumper from the baseline off the mark. Rebound on the backside brought down by Ben Johnson. Johnson brings it back across here for the Red Bulls. Johnson on the far wing. Sends it on the inside. That's Hannah Shipley coming up short with her shot attempt. Ball goes out of bounds underneath and back over to the Purple Dragons. Played almost 2 minutes. An opening basket from Nathan Koloski has the Purple Dragons on top 2-0. Red Bulls send it in. That's Ben Johnson, little runner. Coming up short. Purple Dragons the rebound underneath. I have a held ball called there. Possession arrow goes to the Purple Dragons. It'll be Gracie Phillips to send it in. And Gracie bounces it in to Kimber Harris. Kimber brings it across. Holds. Trying to decide which way she wants to go. We'll touch off there to Brylan Lopes. Gracie Phillips trying to track it down. Phillips finds it there on the far side, resets on the wing. Phillips pressure there by Kenny Meadows. Phillips staying with it. Phillips on the inside. More pressure coming over from Ben Johnson. Ball comes free and Johnson finds the loose ball. Here's Ben Johnson coming back on a 2-on-1. Johnson puts it up and in. So Ben Johnson knots things up at 2. Nice penetration there in the lane for Johnson. 11:50 left in this first half. The Purple Dragons work out of their own zone. Trying to decide which way they want to go. Go over to Gracie Phillips here on the near side. Phillips near wing it in. And Phillips might have been fouled there by Ben Johnson. Ruled non-shooting. Brylan Lopes to work it in. Sends it into Nathan Koloski. Koloski already a bucket tonight. Too strong there on the backside. Haven Harris trying to track it down. Gracie Phillips able to spin off a defender. Phillips tries to come back inside. Play a whistle down. Another foul there on the red side. Purple team keeps possession, the Purple Dragons. Gracie Phillips on the far block, now works back on the far wing. Pressured there by Hannah Shipley. Phillips comes back inside, just missed there. Well, turnaround shot good from Nathan Koloski. So Koloski all 4 of the Purple Dragons points. They're on top 4-2 here at the 10:19 mark of the first. See Phil Mosley out there directing traffic for his Red Bulls. The Red Bulls send it in. It's Ben Johnson bringing it back across. Johnson up top. Off to his right. It's Kenny Meadows. Pressured by Gracie Phillips. Then turned over. Purple Dragons coming back. And the Red Bulls' Ben Johnson again finds the loose ball, taking it away from Haven Harris. Johnson back out in front, coming up short with that shot attempt. Offensive rebound brought down by Kenny Meadows. Meadows trying to stay with it. That attempt coming up short. Meadows getting it back. Meadows looking for room. Phillips swats it away. Purple Dragons trying to break out. Foul call there on the Red Bull team. Red Bulls make a change. Tymir Davis back into the game. 8:53 left here in the first. Kimber Harris will bring it back across here for the Purple Dragons. All 4 of the Purple Dragons points scored by Nathan Koloski. Ben Johnson with a bucket for the Red Bulls. Sent back over to Gracie Phillips. Phillips looking for room on the inside. Phillips triple teamed. Jump ball called. It'll be the Red Bulls ball here off the arrow. It'll be Hannah Shipley to work it in. To Tymir Davis. Davis had a number of baskets last time we saw the Red Bulls here on the network. And Davis comes back inside. Good shot attempt. Just couldn't get it to drop. Scrum for the rebound. Red Bulls keep it alive. That's Riley Klink with it. Klink pressure and lost the handle. Nathan Koloski coming back. Koloski just missing there. And Ben Johnson back out of the pack with it for the Red Bulls team. And a stoppage on the floor. Timeout taken. With 7:34 left here in the first half. We'll step aside for a timeout as well here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, youth basketball in the kindergarten and first grade division. The Purple Dragons a 4-2 lead over the Red Bulls. 4 points from Nathan Kolaski, 2 from Ben Johnson. Red Bulls have it right now with Tymir Davis. Davis fronted there by Gracie Phillips. Phillips had a little swat. Davis stays with it. Comes baseline. Floater up on the way and good for Tymir Davis. First 2 of the night for Davis. We're knotted up at 4. 7:17 left here in the first. And Purple Dragons will send it in here to Kimber Harris. Kimber to bring it back across. Kimber holding up top. Sends it off here on the near side to Haven Harris. Davis sending it down low. Nice little dump down there to Nathan Kolaski. Kolaski's been hot. Fronted there by Ben Johnson. Whistle on the play. And rolled another jump ball. Possession arrow going to the Red Bulls. And Johnson will trigger it back in to Tymir Davis. And Johnson and Davis are on the floor together. Look out. Red Bulls tough to stop. Davis has it right now. Davis over to Johnson. Johnson working around some defenders. Trying to come free. Sends it back off to his right to Hannah Shipley. Shipley tracks it down to the corner. Shipley now working up top. Back down low. Another touch from Johnson. Johnson double team. Freed underneath. Just missing there Kenny Meadows. Meadows able to get his own rebound. Works back outside looking for room. Gracie Phillips is there and wins the ball back here for the Purple Dragons. Phillips in transition, just lost the head. Owen Davis says thank you very much for the Red Bulls. Tymir Davis back across. Davis on the drive. Off the glass, no good. Purple Dragons find the loose ball. And they'll flip it off here to Nathan Kolaski. Kolaski out of his own zone. Gets around Davis. Kolaski still with it. Kolaski on the drive. Gets it to go again. 6 first half points for Nathan Kolaski. Purple Dragons back on top 6-4. Here at the 5:17 mark of the first. Red Bulls need a trigger man. He'll be Ben Johnson. He'll flip it back to Tymir Davis. Davis out of his own zone. Davis holds up top. Works off to his right. Davis's seam. Takes it right to the rack. Couldn't get it to go. Johnson, another offensive rebound. Works left of the lane. Johnson back inside. Might get him here for a walk. There's a little leniency granted in the kindergarten and first grade division, but when you don't attempt to dribble, they'll whistle you down at times. Couple of changes on each side. Dragons back across. Kolaski again, fronted there by Johnson, tries to work back out. Davis comes over to help out. Shot off the side of the glass, no good. Offensive rebound brought down there by Brylan Lopes. Lopes now working outside the arc, back over to Gracie Phillips, trying to work around the referee. Phillips now on the right side. She's played well early on. Phillips on the far block. And the play whistled down underneath. Rolled purple ball. We'll go to Lopes. Back into Phillips. Phillips right of the lane. Shot there too strong. Tracked back down by Nathan Koloski. His floater short. Phillips again on the backside trying to stay with it. Phillips fighting. Looks like she was fouled. And the Purple Dragons will keep possession. We're down to 3:30. Left here in the first half. 6-4 lead for the Purple Dragons. They continue to operate with the ball. Koloski again coming up short this time. Shipley the rebound there for the Red Bulls. Hannah Shipley from out of her own zone. Shipley up top. Little dump down through Johnson, loose underneath. Picked up there by Riley Klink. His shot attempt got partially blocked. Johnson tried to get it back, but the play whistled down. Now the Purple Dragons making a change back into the game. Haven Harris replacing Gracie Phillips. As the ball gets bounced in here to Kimber Harris. Purple Dragons, the basketball, leading by 2. He'll set it up, top of the Red Bull zone. A little indecision up top. And that's Koloski again coming free for another make. Nathan Koloski, all 8 of the points for the Purple Dragons. Here in the first half, it's an 8-4 lead now for the Dragons over the Red Bulls. As we go under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Kenny Meadows back across for the Red Bulls. Meadows dump it off to Ben Johnson, deflected back and picked up by Haven Harris of the Purple team. Infraction there on the Red Bulls side, so it will be Koloski to work it back in. Over to Lopes, back to Koloski. Now Koloski doing his thing here down on the baseline. Double team comes over. Koloski shot off the mark. Hustles gets his own rebound there on the backside. Or attempted to. It was Ben Johnson out of the pack with it for the Red Bulls. Johnson taking it to the rack. That one spinning out. Kind of a hard luck shot there. It's Koloski, another rebound. Koloski back across here for the Purple Dragons. Under a minute left here in the first half. Koloski back inside and gets another one to go. Koloski already in double figures with 10 here in the first half. He's pacing the way for the Purple Dragons, who lead at 10-4. Clock now stopped with 50 seconds left here in the first half, and underway again. Kenny Meadows back across. Meadows on the far wing. Meadows sending that one through Hannah Shipley. The Purple Dragons find it again as we go under 30 seconds left here in the first half. And Shipley calling for the foul there, making contact with Lopes. And Lopes will work it back in. Purple Dragons will have to work quickly. Kimber Harris with it high on the right. Final 20 seconds of this first half. Harris stays with it. Down to 12 seconds left, and the ball stolen away there by Kenny Meadows. Clock now stopped with 10 seconds left. Another foul there on the Red Bull side. Dragons again send it in to Kimber Harris. Down to 5, down to 4. Dragons need to shoot, and Harris able to get a shot away as it's knocked down by Kenny Meadows. That'll do it for the first half. The Purple Dragons, paced by Nathan Koloski with 10 points, have a 10-4 lead, and we're back with the second half in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease. and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, it's a 10-4 lead for the Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls as we get ready to start the second half. Red Bulls breaking the huddle here on the near side. It'll be Hannah Shipley to work it in. Bounced into Ben Johnson. Johnson on the far wing. Looks to come inside. Johnson shot off the front of the rim, no good. Ball loose underneath and picked up there by Haven Harris for the Purple Dragons. Harris back across. Over to Gracie Phillips. Phillips left to the lane. Comes up short on that shot attempt. And Johnson back on the other side here for the Red Bulls. And able to get that one to go. And Gracie Phillips, another rebound there for the Purple Dragons. Phillips left to the lane. Phillips looking to come inside. Tied up there with Johnson. Jump ball called again. Purple Dragons get it here off the arrow. Jacob Lehman will trigger it in. Bounced in again to Phillips. Shot on the way and good for Gracie Phillips. First two of the game for Phillips. The lead now 8 for the Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls at 12-4. With 14:02 left here in the second half. Red Bulls send it in to Hannah Shipley. Loses the handle out of play. And Purple Dragons should get it back. We're going to give Shipley another crack at it here. Shipley back across. Floats it off to Kenny Meadows here on the near side. Meadows in the corner, now on the wing. Meadows back up top. Sent down over to Ben Johnson. Johnson shot partially blocked, gets it back here on the near block. Feeds it out in front. Just missing there on the shot attempt was Kenny Meadows. As Brylan Lopes comes out of the pack with it for the Purple Dragons. Lopes up top, back over to Gracie Phillips. Phillips right of the lane, coming back inside, just missing there. Ball loose out in front. Haven Harris able to regain there for the Purple Dragons. Haven over to Brylan Lopes. Lopes still with it. Goes out of play and back over to the Red Bulls. With 12:26 left here in the second half, still a 12-4 lead for the Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. A reminder, if you can't find our broadcast on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17 or Armstrong Channel 61, you can also find our broadcast on YouTube by searching South Union Television. You can also follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. It's Facebook.com/South Union TV. Anytime we film and post a game, it's also shared on our Facebook page. So you'll get instant notification when the games go up, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well and get instant notifications on YouTube anytime a broadcast goes up. Red Bulls now out of their own zone, trailing by 8. Ben Johnson up top. Dumps it out in front, no one home, and Haven Harris says thank you very much for the Purple Dragons. Harris on the far side. Hands off to Gracie Phillips. Phillips, nice little pivot back. Trying to work around Kenny Meadows. Phillips left to the lane. Phillips still with it, dancing all over the place. As it ripped away there by Hannah Shipley. Shipley back across here for the Red Bulls. 10:48 left in the second half. Shipley on the inside, threw right to Haven Harris. Harris back across on the far side. Haven Harris down low, coming up short there. Gracie Phillips tracks down another rebound. Phillips coming up short there. Gets it back. Third attempt now on the possession. Phillips back on the inside. Two defenders around. Play whistle down, and the Purple Dragons will trigger it in. Right of the basket in the Red Bull zone. Phillips again. Just missing there. Rebound track back down there by Nathan Koloski, who comes back inside. And the Red Bulls again break out of their own zone with Ben Johnson. Johnson near elbow, works again up top. Floats it off to his right to Kenny Meadows. Meadows guarded there by Gracie Phillips. Meadows still with it. That's going to be a foul on Jacob Lehman of the Purple Dragons. Thought he was playing football for a little bit, trying to make a tackle out there. Kenny Meadows sends it back into Ben Johnson. Johnson on the inside, a little floater coming up short. Nathan Koloski the rebound. Koloski again in transition. Koloski already with 10 points, make it 12. Koloski another make. He's been red hot, 12 of the 14 for the Purple Dragons from Nathan Koloski, and the lead now back up to 10 at 14-4 with 8:55 left in the second half. Ben Johnson again, Gracie Phillips all over him. Not much room out there for Johnson. Johnson here on the near side, met again by Phillips. Johnson's shot on the way, no good. Loose underneath, and Jacob Lehman finds the rebound there for the Purple Dragons, pressured by Kenny Meadows. And a foul there on Meadows. Purple Dragons need a trigger man. Down to 8:13 left in regulation time. The lead at 10 for the Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls. Kimber Harris bringing it back across. Back over to Gracie Phillips. Here's Phillips doing her thing, looking for room. Phillips back on the inside, off balance shot, no good. Scrum for the rebound. Phillips tracks it back down. Phillips is quick out there. It's Phillips again, another nice move. Phillips on the inside trying to stay with it. And Phillips fouled underneath. Purple Dragons will work it back in. Shipley now back into the game, replacing Tymer Davis. Sent in to Nathan Koloski. Koloski right of the lane. Shot attempt there a little short, but Gracie Phillips able to track down another rebound. Her shot attempt off the side of the rim, no good. Now the Red Bulls work out of their own zone. It's Ben Johnson with it right now. Johnson on the inside. Johnson shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Kenny Meadows. Johnson another touch. Johnson back on the inside, threw it off the glass, no good, and Gracie Phillips finds the rebound, a little opening coming ahead. Phillips taking it right to the rack, spun out. Hard luck shot there from Gracie Phillips. Kenny Meadows finds the loose ball for the Red Bulls. Still 14-4. Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls with 6:17 left here in regulation time. Kenny Meadows again looking for Shipley. Deflected back. Meadows finds it again. Meadows over to Shipley. Shipley on the inside, put off the front of the rim, no good. Gracie Phillips finds the rebound. Phillips left of the lane, looking to spin inside, and she was fouled. And 5:45 left here in the second half. A couple of changes for the purple team, and actually just realized there's 2 number 4s out there for the purple team. One's Haven Harris. Not sure the other number 4 is. There's Gracie Phillips, another shot attempt, no good. Red Bulls another rebound. Ben Johnson looking for a touch. Johnson trying to work around Phillips. Johnson trying to come inside. Johnson put it off the side of the glass, no good. And Gracie Phillips again in transition. Phillips coming up short there with a shot attempt. Ball goes out of play and back over to the Red Bulls. With 4:40 left on a running clock here in the second half, and the lead at 14-4 for the Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls. Nathan Koloski with 12, Gracie Phillips with 2 on the Purple Dragons side. Ben Johnson and Tymir Davis. A basket apiece for the Red Bulls team. Johnson has it right now. Johnson back into the forecourt. And a work around Phillips up top. Sends it out to Kenny Meadows to his right. Looking for Shipley. Picked off again by the Purple Dragons. And Johnson a little pressure again. Phillips finds it. Just missing there on a shot attempt. Long rebound up top. Riley Klink going the wrong way. And Klink can make. Let's see how they score this one. And they're going to give him 2. It's for the wrong team. Good sportsmanship down there from the scorer's table. Gracie Phillips again finds the loose ball. Phillips left of the lane. Just missing there, gets it back. Phillips hands off out in front. Jump ball again called. 2:48 left here in the second half. With the Red Bulls ball. Ben Johnson sends it in to Hannah Shipley. Touch there by Drew Gaster. Gaster puts it off the glass, no good. Brylan Lopes looking there for Haven Harris. Koloski finding the loose ball. Nathan backing off. It's up a shot a little bit too strong on the near side. Haven Harris tracks it back down. Under 2 minutes now to play. 14-6 lead for the Purple Dragons over the Red Bulls. Koloski again just missing there. Another offensive rebound out in front from Haven Harris. Koloski again trying to reload. Koloski back on the inside. Triple teamed. Sends it off the back iron. No good. Lopes another offensive rebound on the jump ball called. And the Purple Dragons will keep possession. Maybe not. Yes, they'll hand it off here to Koloski. Bounced into Lopes. Dragons again staying with it. Ruled off the Dragons and out, so the Red Bulls will work it back in with 1:17 left here in the second half. And lead at 14-6. Ben Johnson back on the inside. But too strong on that shot attempt. Haven Harris the rebound. Harris working back down the far side. Harris with a off-balance shot. No good. Good look, though. Ben Johnson out of the pack with it here again for the Red Bulls. 47 seconds left here in the second half. Johnson out in front. Over to Hannah Shipley. Shipley just coming up short. Ball going out of bounds. Was ruled last touch there by Jacob Lehman. Red Bulls send it there to Riley Klink. And Klink gets another one to go. Second make of the game for Klink. He has 4. Red Bulls down 14-8. Phil Mosley tells his guys, hands up defensively. Haven Harris brings it back. Her shot attempt shorts. Final 5 seconds. And the Purple Dragons unable to score on that possession, but they'll get the win here, 14-8. Nathan Koloski pacing the way with 12. Gracie Phillips with 2. Riley Klink with 4. Tamir Davis with 2. And Ben Johnson with 2 on the Red Bulls side. So 14-8, your final score in Game 1. Game 2 of our triple header on the way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Our second game of the night in the second and third grade division. The Yellow Hoops taking on the Red Storm. Yellow Hoops coached by Brandon Mahoney. Red Storm coached by Dennis Sylvester. Ball in the air and we're underway. Jenna Chapman had it early, but taken away there by Chase Hall of the Red Storm. Hall, foul line extended on the left. Going right down low to Ian Stevenson, who missed down in the blocks. Red Storm get it back, and it's put back up and in for the first basket of the game, scored by Dominic Sylvester. So Dominic Sylvester putting the Red Storm on top 2-0. 2 12-minute halves here in the second and third grade division. Yellow Hoops bring it back across. That's Wyatt Mahoney on the inside. Ball tied up, jump ball called there as Jenna Chapman was battling one of the Red Storm players down there. That was number 3, Ian Stevenson. And Stevenson sends it off to Chase Hall. Hall brings it across. Over to Mason Cece. Sent out in front. A make there from Ian Stevenson. So Stevenson and Sylvester, a couple of early baskets for the Red Storm, who lead it 4-0. About 75 seconds in. There's a steal from Chase Hall. Hall coming back for an uncontested layup. So the Red Storm spreading around the scoring here early, lead at 6-0. Anthony David now in the backcourt, brings it back across here for the Yellow Hoops team. Was looking there for Chapman, intercepted again by Chase Hall. Hall, some pretty moves coming back in the finish there for Chase Hall. 4 for Hall, 8 unanswered to start this game for the Red Storm. Haven't even played 2 minutes yet. Near side, Brady Mahoney. Mahoney coming baseline. Double team. Mahoney puts up the shot, too strong. Scrum on the backside. Senofani try to flip it back there for the Red Storm, and it's their ball anyways. They'll make a couple of early changes. Gracie CC into the game for the first time. She'll send it in. Over to Andrew Irwin. Irwin back into the Yellow Hoop zone. The Red Storm pacing the way, leading 8-0 early. Fronted there by Jenna Chapman. Lost dribble, sends it over to Ian Stevenson. Stevenson has seam, drives and scores. Ian Stevenson, his second bucket. He has 4. 10 unanswered to start for the Red Storm. 8:56 left here in the first half. On top, Brady Mahoney. Sending it off to Wyatt Mahoney. Knocked out of bounds. Off of the Red Storm announce. And Wyatt Mahoney to reload. Looking for Jenna Chapman. Chapman underneath. Put it off the bottom of the rim. Deflects over to Andrew Irwin. Andrew back across. A little pressure there from Wyatt Mahoney. Irwin sends it over to Ian Stevenson. Stevenson a miss there on the drive. Scrum for the rebound, and the Yellow Hoops team has it coming back. A little pressure again from Irwin. And Irwin the steal from Anthony David. Irwin coming back with David defending. Just missing their ball, deflected out of bounds. Last touched, looked like by Wyatt Mahoney going out, but they're going to give the Yellow Hoops team the basketball. And the Yellow Hoops team makes a couple of changes as well. And 7:39 left here in the first half. And a score at 10-0. And some nice defense there from Irwin. David lost the dribble and then threw right off to Centofanti. His shot, a miss, deflected back. Andrew Irwin trying to follow it up, no good. And here's Wyatt Mahoney breaking back. Mahoney going a little too quickly that time. Andrew Irwin the steal back there for the Red Storm. Andrew Irwin met there by Jenna Chapman. Irwin tries to regain near wing. Sends it into the corner there to Mason Cece. Floater no good. Offensive rebound missing there on the putback. Ian Stevenson. Another chance there for Mason Cece. Now Mason will get it again. Flips it off to Irwin. Irwin shot off the mark. Gabrielle Centofanti another rebound. Off on the near side again to Mason Cece, another miss. Still loose underneath. Ian Stevenson tracks it down again. Stevenson from the far elbow. Misses there, goes out of play, and back over to the Yellow Hoops team. 6:20 left here in the first half. All Red Storm early on. 4 from Ian Stevenson, 4 from Chase Hall, 2 from Dominic Sylvester. And a 10-0 lead here in the opening 6 minutes. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Again, welcome you aboard, whether you're watching on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, or on our YouTube page by searching South Union Television. You can also follow us on Facebook for program updates, facebook.com/South Union TV. Chase Hall, a seam, and Hall takes it right to the rack. Kind of a hard luck roll there, and Jenna Chapman able to pull down the rebound with a little bit of help there from Wyatt Mahoney. Chapman now out of her own zone. 5:37 left here in the first. That one off of Chapman and out. Feeling a little pressure there from Chase Hall. And the Red Storm will trigger it back in. Yellow Hoops with Elijah Tweel and Brady Mahoney back in. It's Chase Hall with it right now. Sends it down to Sinofani. Back to Hall. On the right now to Andrew Irwin. A miss there, and Jenna Chapman, another rebound there for the Yellow Hoops. Mason Cece and Ian Stevenson getting set to re-enter for the Red Storm. So we go under 5 minutes left here in the first half. Jenna Chapman back across. A little pressure there from Chase Hall. Ball comes loose to Andrew Irwin. Irwin back into the Yellow Hoop zone. Off to Chase Hall. Hall coming baseline. Feeds it out in front. Missed there from Dominic Sylvester. Another offensive rebound brought down. Reset over to Hall. Fights off the double team. Gabrielle from up top. Spins out. And underneath, it's Wyatt Mahoney with the rebound, and a timeout taken here by the Yellow Hoops team. It'll take a timeout as well. 4:12 left before halftime. All Red Storm up 10-0. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center. Youth basketball in the second and third grade division. Ian Stevenson a steal, and Stevenson drives back and gets the two to go. Ian Stevenson now with 6 first half points and the lead at 12-0. Now for the Red Storm and over the Yellow Hoop squad. Ball deflected out on the far side. Let's see which way it's going to go. And stay with the Yellow Hoops. Bounced in there to Brady Mahoney. Pressured again up top. Ruled a held ball. Ian Stevenson with the defense there for the Red Storm. And sent in again. And turned over there by Brady Mahoney. In transition, Red Storm come back. Andrew Irwin a miss here right of the lane. Ball loose underneath, kept alive by Mason Cece. Back to Irwin, who gets it to go again. So Andrew Irwin, another basket there for the Red Storm. 14 unanswered out of the gates. With 2:48 left here in the first half. Another steal this time from Chase Hall. Hall coming back. Misses there on the drive. Yellow Hoops the rebound. Wyatt Mahoney brings it down. Wyatt back across on the far side, met there by Chase Hall. Deflects it out of play. Yellow Hoops team making a sub, bringing Anthony David in. As Wyatt Mahoney will trigger it in from the far side with 2:29 left here in the first half. Into Jenna Chapman, coming baseline far side, hands off out in front to Elijah Tweel. And the ball stolen away there by Dominic Sylvester. Sylvester back across, trying to spin off a defender. Sends it off to Chase Hall. Hall pressured there by Wyatt Mahoney. Hall stays with it, lost the dribble, sends it on the inside, and just missing there, Ian Stevenson. Loose underneath, and Brady Mahoney says thank you very much. Yellow Hoops trying to get the offense going here. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Brady Mahoney looking for Wyatt. Stolen again by Chase Hall. Hall coming back. Stops. Feeds it over to Stevenson. Off to his right. And missing there on the jumper, Andrew Irwin. On the backside, Chase Hall another rebound. Over to Mason Cece, who fires and connects. First 2 of the game for Cece. Red Storm spreading it around. 5 of their players have already scored in this game, and it's 16-0. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. Another pair of substitutions for the Red Storm. Ian Stevenson with 6, Chase Hall with 4, Andrew Irwin with 2, Mason Cece with 2, and Dominic Sylvester with 2 so far on the Red Storm side. Yellow Hoops looking for their first points of the night. Again, pressure there from Stevenson. Ian Stevenson uncontested coming back, but missed on the drive. Ball deflects out of play. Back over to the Yellow Hoops with 1:07 left here in the first half. Brady Mahoney to work it in here to Anthony David. David out of his own zone. Holds there in the far wing. Back again to Brady Mahoney. Pressured again by Ian Stevenson. And Stevenson over to Centofanti. Missing on that jumper. Another offensive rebound there from Stevenson. Trying to feed it off to Gracie Cece. That's Jenna Chapman that finds the loose ball under 30 seconds left here in the first half. Chapman, pressure there by Sylvester, deflected out of play. 19 seconds now left here in the first half. That one going off of Tweel and out. Red Storm will have 18 seconds to work with. And again, Ian Stevenson. Off to Sylvester, and Dominic Sylvester gets another one to go. Now, final 5 seconds of this first half. And it's an 18-0 lead for the Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops here at the break. We're back with second half action in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, ready to start the second half, an 18-0 lead for the Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. Yellow Hoops with the basketball to start the second half as Anthony David brings it back across. Off to his right to Elijah Tweel. Little bounce pass on the inside there to Wyatt Mahoney. Ball was kicked underneath. He'll stay with the Yellow Hoops team in the Red Storm zone. Over to Anthony David. David on the near wing. Is it off to his left to Elijah. Off to Wyatt Mahoney, and Yellow Hoops team loses there again. Driving back and getting another 2 to go. Chase Hall. So Chase Hall now makes it 20-0. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. Yellow Hoops trying to set it up with Anthony David. Bounces it over to Brady Mahoney. Mahoney right of the lane. Shot on the way, no good. Loose underneath and control there by Andrew Irwin. .10:42 left here in regulation time, our second of 3. Our final game of the night will be in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade division as the Blue Bombers will battle the Red Flames. Mike Revac coaches the Red Flames. Josh Mitchell, the head coach of the Blue Bombers. Red Storm, another steal here. Numbers coming back. Gabrielle lost the handle. They're trying to regain. Floats it up, a miss. Ball loose here on the near side. Tracked back down again by Chase Hall. Hall from the near wing and in. Hall stays with it. Hands off out in front. That one put off the glass. No good. Andrew Irwin. Senofonte trying 2 follow-up attempts. Unable to get it to go. And Anthony David coming back across here for the Yellow Hoops team. David again resets up top. Over to Wyatt Mahoney. Another touch there from Brady Mahoney. Tweel there. And it partially blocked. Ball comes loose and the Red Storm back on it. Bounced forward to Andrew Irwin. Miss on the first shot attempt, gets it back, another miss. Backside Senofonte, can't get the shot to go. And Brady Mahoney out of the pack with it for the Yellow Hoops team. There's Brady up top. Over to Wyatt Mahoney. Stolen away again by the Red Storm. 8:52 left in regulation time. Red Storm pitching a shutout so far. That one was thrown right to Brady Mahoney. Over to Wyatt. And there's Chase Hall. Picking it back up there for the Red Storm. Stolen there again by Brady Mahoney. Red Storm able to make the save before it went out of play. Up top again to Hall. Baseline, Senofonte, too strong there. Yellow Hoops team. Another rebound brought down again by Brady Mahoney. Down to 7:45 left here in the second half. Brady with it up top, looking to feed Wyatt. Stepping in there was Chase Hall. Play whistled down. We'll get a couple of changes. Dominic Sylvester and Ian Stevenson will check in for the Red Storm. Jenna Chapman back in for the Yellow Hoops team. A little scrum for it here. And the Red Storm able to free it forward to Ian Stevenson. Looking for Senofonte right of the lane. Floater off the mark. Offensive rebound, Dominic Sylvester. Back to Senofonte again. Put it off the glass, no good. Scrum out in front. And it's Brady Mahoney out of the pack with it. And the play whistled down. And 6:52 left here in the second half. Layla Matansky, will check in now for the Yellow Hoops team. So Matansky in there as Anthony David works with the ball. David high on the left. Stolen there by Dominic Sylvester. Bounced over to Andrew Irwin. Guarded there by Jenna Chapman. Spun off by Senofonte. Down to Stevenson, who gets it to go. Ian Stevenson another make, and the lead up to 22-0 for the Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. Brady Mahoney over to Jenna Chapman. And a foul call there on the Red Storm. Another busy night here at the Rec Center. Had a great turnout so far this year for the South Union Township Youth Indoor Basketball League. Sign-ups are still going on for the South Union Township Soccer League, which gets underway 1st of January to start 2019. That was a great opportunity to get involved with youth soccer. They'll have the boards back, the turf down here at the Rec Center. Again, that starts right after the Basketball League wraps up in January, so make sure you sign up your youngster before the teams start to fill up. Time starting to run out there for the soccer signups. Too strong there from Andrew Irwin. Senofani on the backside, another miss. Irwin now gets it back. Fronted there by Chapman, trying to send it down low to Sylvester. Gracie CC looking for a make. Ian Stevenson finds it again. Stevenson now in double figures with 10. 4:25 left here in the second half. It's 24-0. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. Ian Stevenson has scored 10. Mason CC 2. Dominic Sylvester 4. Andrew Irwin with 2. And Chase Hall with 6 so far on the Red Storm side. Anthony David. Play whistled down there. It'll be Brady Mahoney to trigger it back in. They have some defensive rules here in the second and third grade division, and you could only extend your pressure so far, and that's why the last whistle was blown. The pressure was extended too far out. And driving back and getting another 2 to go there, Chase Hall. Hall now with 8 in this game, 4 in each half. It's 26-0 now. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. 3:28 left here in the second half. Wyatt Mahoney here on the near wing. Stripped. Sent forward again to Ian Stevenson, who lays it up and in. Ian Stevenson now with 12. Now 28-0. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. And this is our second of 3 games we're bringing you here today on the South Union Township Sports Network. The final game of the night in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade division. The Blue Bombers will take on the Red Flames. Here's Jenna Chapman. Foul called underneath. 2:42 left here in the second half. It'll be Brady Mahoney to trigger this one in. Quick whistle. Another steal here for the Red Storm. And another make. Now 30-0. That one put home by Chase Hall, who also has 10 points. Had another milestone here on the South Union Township Sports Network this past week. The last basketball broadcast that Nick Barczyk and Jerry Dupay brought you, the 4,000th game broadcast here on the network, going all the way back to 1989. And Jerry's been behind the camera for all of them. I certainly have to thank all the fine folks, starting from the township supervisors, along with Jerry and John Gazarek, Gary Frankhauser, Nick Barczyk, and all the other contributors along the way. 4,000 broadcasts, quite a milestone. And it was actually Township Supervisor Bob Schiffbauer's idea to get it started. It's been quite a success along the way, and certainly nice to be involved here over the last couple of years. Senofani a miss there. Final 119. And our second of three. I mentioned Gary Frankhauser, his dad. Tom, of course, the longtime South Union Township supervisor before he passed away a couple of years ago. Also a big part of getting things off the ground here at the network back in 1989. That was Rob Koval was the other. Rock Koval, excuse me, the other township supervisor at the time. I was not around the area back in 89. Jerry providing me the information. And a double dribble called there on Senofani. Now just about do it for this one. Final 30 seconds. It's 30-0. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops team. That one going past Layla Matansky. She'll track it down. Final 24 seconds. Sent off to Jenna Chapman. Stolen again by Andrew Irwin, who's going to race back. And I'll pull it back off here. Down to 3, down to 2. I think it's Senofani a point. Not this time. Not going to matter. 30-0. Red Storm over the Yellow Hoops. We're back with our third of 3 in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back for our final game of the night. It's in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade division. The Blue Bombers taking on the Red Flames. Mike Revac coaching the Red Flames. Josh Mitchell, the head coach of the Blue Bombers. Jaden Brambley taking the opening tip-off here for the Bombers. And we'll get this game underway. Noah Lyon was jumping there for the Red Flames, but it's the Bombers, that control the opening tip-off. Jaden Brambley here on the near wing. Bounces it off to Grant Brambley. He's double-teamed. Sends it off to his left. No one home. Ball out of bounds and back over to the Red Flames. These have been two of the stronger teams in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade divisions. We're expecting a tight one here tonight in our nightcap for the evening. Caden Smith will bring it across here for the Red Flames. Caden directs traffic. Pretty crossover move there. Works right of the lane. Pulls up. Shot on the way. No good there for Smith. On the near side. Rebound tracked down by Garrett Attaway for the Blue Bombers. Attaway back to his left there to Grant Brambley. Puts it up off the mark. Offensive rebound brought down and put back up and in by Jaden Brambley. So Jaden getting the first 2 points of the night for the Blue Bombers. They lead it 2-0. 10:04 left here in the first half. There's Caden Smith off on the far wing. Sent down to Noah Lyon. Pressured underneath by Jaden Brambley. Ball tied up, jump ball. Go to the possession arrow. It should favor the Red Flames. It will. As Ryan Revac will trigger it in. Bounces in on the far side. A little floater off the mark, and Joel Hertline out of the pack with it here for the Blue Bombers. Hertline up top. Over to Tatiana Harriet. Harriet dumps it down again to Jaden Brambley, who's fouled underneath. Should be 2 free throws upcoming here for Jaden. Appear to be in the act. It was. And Jaden will head to the line. Clock stopped with 9:39 left here in the first half. First of two here for Jaden, up on the way and good. So Jaden Brambley pacing the way here for the Blue Bombers. Second of two. This one no good. An offensive rebound brought down. It's Jaden there again. Finding the loose rock. Off to Grant Brambley. His off-balance shot no good. Jaden there. Scores on the putback. Jaden Brambley, 5 first half points. All Blue Bombers early. Scoring 5 unanswered out of the gates. Dumped down to Noah Lyon. Trying to bank it home. Not this time. And underneath, it's Garrett Attaway with a rebound there for the Bombers. Resents back to Grant Brambley. Grant working right of the lane, lost the handle out of bounds, went off of his knee and out. And back over to the Red Flames. We'll get sent in here to Caden Smith. 8:50 left here in the first. Smith trying to come free off the screen. Well defended there by Grant Brambley. Smith comes baseline. Not much room there. Tries to pull it back out. Needs a little help. Off-balance shot comes up short. Ball loose underneath. Scrum for it and tied up. That's Tatiana Harriet. Able to get the held ball there along with Alexandria Matei. This time the Bombers get it off the alternating possession. Grant Brambley back across, and they get him here for the double dribble. The Red Flames will send it back in from the far side. Robert Jennings, check that. Brody Baker triggers it back in. Over to Caden Smith. Smith again on the far side looking for room. Again, well defended there by Brambley. Smith in the corner. Not much room to operate. Resets on the wing. Little touch there from Brody Baker back up top. Jaden Brambley did a good job to step in. Forced the turnover. Jaden's played well here in the opening 4 minutes. And she'll trigger it back in for the Blue Bombers. And to brother Grant. Grant back across, has a seam, takes it right to the rack and scores. Grant Brambley, all the Brambleys so far. Jaden with 5, Grant with 2. It's a 7-0 lead for the Blue Bombers over the Red Flames. Caden Smith back across. Caden up top, working between the circles. Caden will head fake, shot on the way from the near elbow, no good. Loose underneath, scrum for the rebound. Noah Lyon there trying to pull it back up. Tied up again by Jaden Brambley. Again, we'll go to the arrow, and this time it'll favor the Red Flames. Couple of changes. Harriet and Hertline checking out on the Bombers side. Flames stay with it. Caden Smith fouled. Should get 2 free throws here. Was knocked there by Grant Brambley. And the Red Flames an opportunity to get their first points of the night from the free throw line. Caden Smith is first of 2. High arcing shot on the way and good. And the Flames into the scoring column. Smith second. On the way and good again. And Caden Smith hitting his first 2 free throw attempts. Red Flames back to within 7-2 of the Blue Bombers with 7:15 left here in the first half. Right of the lane, off balance shot there, no good for Mark Reed. Caden Smith a little pressure. Finds the rock there for the Red Flames, bringing it back across. Smith plenty of speed, working down the far side, has it on the far wing. Has Grant Brambley right in his face. Resets it back out to Baker. Touch there from Ryan Revac. Tried to switch it back again to Baker, but stepping in there was Mark Reed, forcing the turnover. Back to Garrett Attaway. Attaway up top. Holds on the near elbow. Off to his left. A little bit of room down there again for Jaden Brambley. Couldn't get it to go on the first attempt. And on the second attempt with the follow-up basket there for the Blue Bombers was Lowell McClusack. First two of the game for McClusack. Bombers now up 9-2 over the Red Flames. 6:22 left here in the first. High arcing shot there partially blocked and lost out of bounds. Right out in front off of Ryan Revac and out. So the Blue Bombers to get it again. Solid minutes early on from Jaden Bramble. He's scoring 5 points. She'll check out for a moment. Get a quick drink. And Grant Brambley will bring it back across. McClusack's a pretty good player out there as well for the Bombers to score the last basket. Gave the Bombers quality minutes last time we saw them here on the network. Whistle and a foul call there on Caden Smith. Non-shooting. So McClusack will trigger it back in. 6:04 left before halftime. Bombers the basketball in a 7-point lead. Right out the inbounds pass. Attaway shot too strong. Loose underneath. And Grant Brambley puts it back up and in. Grant Brambley 4 first half points. Lead back up to 9 at 11-2. Here at the 5:50 mark of the first half. Caden Smith back across here for the Red Flames. Smith trying to find a seam and a little contact. A foul will be called here on Grant Brambley. Non-shooting. Flames will trigger it back in here underneath. Sent in to Caden Smith, who fires right off the inbounds pass. Baker made the feed. Smith the finish, and Caden Smith. A quick 4 here in the first half. Red Flames back to within 7 at 11-4. As Grant Brambley brings it back across, works it left of the lane to Mark Reed, sends it down to McClusack, a miss. Ball loose out in front, and Noah Lyon from the seat of his pants. Able to send it out here for the Red Flames, who look to break back. A little bit out of control there. On the drive back was Dominic Zaccaro. The ball will bounce off the Bombers and out. Sent back into Zaccaro from the corner, too strong there on the shot attempt. Tracked back down here on the near side by Alexandria Matei. Switch back to Caden Smith. Smith on the wing trying to work around McClusack. Dumps back down out in front. Matei there unable to finish. Matei trying to put it back up again. Second attempt again, no good. On the rebound brought down by Garrett Attaway. Out to Lowell McClusack. McClusack back through center. Bumped there by Caden Smith, who's called for the foul. Tatiana Harriet back in for the Bombers. Ryan Revac back in for the Red Flames. Brody Baker taking a seat there for the Bombers. Or for the, check that, that was Robert Jennings taking a seat there for the Bombers. As Caden Smith breaks back for the Red Flames and draws the foul. 2 free throws upcoming here for the Flames. 4:33 left here in the first half. It's an 11-4 lead for the Bombers over the Flames. Smith has scored all 4 of the Flames points, make it all 5. He's now 3 of 3 from the foul line. Good start for Caden Smith. Jerry DuPay told me he was a player coming in. 2nd of 2 on the way. Not this time. Rebound brought down by Garrett Attaway. Quick whistle going back the other way. Jaden Brambley back in for the Bombers. Flames to trigger it in from the far side. Back in again to Caden Smith. Smith in the far wing. Watched there by Jaden Brambley. Pretty move there from Smith. Drives. Couldn't finish this time. Ball loose on the near side. And Jaden Brambley with a rebound. Breaking back. Brambley, a little open space here. Brambley takes it right to the rack. And with a finish. Jaden Brambley now 7 first half points. Bombers increase their lead to 13-5. With 4:05 left here in the first half. Caden Smith back across. Caden up top. Bounces it off to Ryan Revac. Revac on the inside was fouled. That'll send the Flames to the free throw line. Clock stopped with 3:48 left here in the first half. First of 2 free throw attempts here, no good out the front of the rim. Now the second of 2. Off the mark again for Ryan Revac. Bombers the rebound. And to Brambley, he's going right back at it. Jaden over to Grant. And Grant with the finish. Grant with 6. Jaden scored 7. And the lead at 15-5 for the Bombers over the Flames. Good defense there from Mark Reed trying to knock it away. Ball goes over to Noah Lyon. Reset back on the near side. Down on the baseline out of Matei. Brody Baker with it tied up along with Grant Brambley. Another alternating possession. As Jaden Brambley sends it in to brother Grant. Another touch from Jaden here on the near wing. Comes baseline. Comes inside and gets fouled. So Jaden will head back to the free throw line. Appeared to be in the act. It was. 3:04 left here in the first half. They'll send Jennings off the line. Jaden's first of 2 free throw attempts here. Good. Jaden now 2 of 3 from the foul line. She scored 8 points here in the first half. Jaden now for a second of 2. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound out in front, controlled by Noah Lyon. And the Red Flames. Brought back across over to Baker. Brody Baker right in the lane. Little floater drops for Brody Baker. Pretty move there from Baker. And the Red Flames back to within 9 at 16-7 with 2:41 left here in the first half. Grant Brambley dribbles out of his own zone. Brambley trying to come free off a screen set up by Robert Jennings. His shot attempt off the mark. Rebound brought down by Alexandria Matei. Lost it there to Grant Brambley. Back over to Jaden. Jaden triple teamed. Still works back inside. Shot was partially blocked and deflected back over to Noah Lyon. And a travel call there on Lyon in the backcourt. Bombers to get it back again, leading by 9. Final 2:08 of this first half. Jaden Brambley trying to bounce it in there to Tatiana Harriet. Goes right back to Ryan Revac of the Red Flames. Revac almost overran the play. Pulls it back to Noah Lyon. Shot in the paint, no good. Heavy contact there, almost same team. As Jaden Brambley comes out of the pack with it. Collided there with Robert Jennings. And Jaden back off to Grant. Grant works left of the lane. Shot on the way, no good. Harriet, the offensive rebound, missed on the putback. Looking for a second attempt there, but it's Caden Smith out of the pack with it there for the Red Flames. Smith back in the bomber zone as the ball tied up there with Grant Brambley. Will go back to the arrow, and now Lowell McClusack will check back in again for the Blue Bombers along with Joel Hertline. 1:34 left before halftime, 16-7. Bombers over the Flames if you're just joining us. Flames to trigger it in. Send it to Dominic Zaccaro. Shot a little bit too strong on the near side. It's Robert Jennings out of the pack with it over to Harriet. And a timeout taken here by the Blue Bombers. Take one as well. 1:25 left before halftime. Bombers 16, Red Flames 7. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
.125 left here in the first half. Coming out of a timeout at 16-7. The Blue Bombers leading the Red Flames. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network for another night of youth basketball from the South Union Township Rec Center. Oh, McClusack back across here for the Blue Bombers. Up to Garrett Attaway. Attaway right of the lane. Back over to McClusack. Off balance shot there, no good. Scrum for the rebound underneath. Out of bounds and back over to the Red Flames. There's Caden Smith out of his own zone. Smith has 5 of the 7 points scored so far tonight by the Flames. Bounces it down low, and the handle lost there by Ryan Revac. Ball goes out of play and back over to the Bombers. McClusack back across. Oh, double teamed up top. Needs a little help. Jump ball called. Back to the arrow again. It favors the Bombers. Floated in again. McClusack lost the handle. Picked up by Caden Smith. Smith breaking back. A little too strong there off the glass. Garrett Attaway the rebound there for the Bombers. Attaway pressure there by Caden Smith. Smith with the steal. Smith driving back, and this time he's able to finish. Caden Smith, 7 first half points. Red Flames back to within 7 of the Blue Bombers at 16-9 with 22 seconds left here in the first half. Well, McClusack out of her own zone. Smith comes out to defend. Looking for a steal, but it was off of Smith and out on the far side. 11 seconds now left here in the first half. Giovanna Johnson back in for the Red Flames. As Garrett Attaway will trigger it back in here for the Blue Bombers. Into McClusack. Dumped down to Harriet. Short there on the shot attempt. Flames the rebound, looking to send it forward. Attaway knocks it down over to McClusack with the finish as time expires here in the first half. Second bucket of the half for McClusack. The Blue Bombers have doubled up the Red Flames here at the break, leading 18-9. We're back with the second half in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
$11 minutes back on the clock, and we're ready to start the second half with the Blue Bombers leading the Red Flames by a score of 18-9. Looking at the first half scoring first on the Blue Bombers side. It was Jaden Brambley leading the way with 8. Grant Brambley scored 6. Noel McClusack with 4. Caden Smith with 7 and Brody Baker with 2 for the Red Flames. And here's Smith going right at it, a quick make to start the second half for Caden Smith. So now 9 points scored by Caden Smith. And the Red Flames back to within 7 at 18-11. Smith, a lot of pressure out here on Grant Brambley. Ball tied up, and once again we'll go to the possession arrow. Red Flames were very effective pressing late in the first half, and that seems to be their strategy coming out of the gates here to start the second half. Ball worked in by Jaden Brambley, but Caden Smith going for a steal, threw it right back to Jaden. Jaden back on the far side, trying to dance through traffic. Floater up on the way, no good. Grant Attaway, the offensive rebound, trying to pull it back out to Grant Brambley. Flipped over out in front. And in traffic, Noah Lyon, fighting the loose ball, was fouled. Just 46 seconds into the second half. Foul went on Lowell McClusack. And Caden Smith brings it back across here for the Red Flames. Trying to come free off the screen. Comes inside, off balance shot, no good. Offensive rebound brought down, but missing there on the putback was Noah Lyon. Ball tied up again after that rebound. Joel Hertline coming back in for the Blue Bombers. Lowell McClusack will check out. Red Flames to trigger it in. Sent into Matei, pulled back to Caden Smith. Smith, a pretty move there, but the shot attempt came up short. Again, we're tied up off the rebound. This time we'll go in the Bombers' direction. As Jaden Brambley works it in to brother Grant. 9:44 left in regulation time. Grant across, met there by Brody Baker. Feeds it forward, looking there for Hertline, who's pressured and stripped by Caden Smith. Smith out of his own zone. Caden Smith on the drive, off balance shot, looking for the soft roll, didn't get it that time. Another jump ball here off the rebound. Teams battling hard on both sides. Brody Baker to trigger it in. On the far side of Caden Smith. Smith in traffic. Foul called. They'll rule this non-shooting. And the Flames will trigger it in again with 9:16 left here in the second half. Sent it out in front, intended there for Baker, but stolen by Jaden Brambley. Jaden racing back. Unable to finish that time. And another held ball here off the rebound. Haven't had too many clean boards here in the second half. Joel Hertline to trigger it in this time. Bounces it into Tatiana Harriet. Going to pull it back over to Grant Attaway. It's reset up top to Grant Brambley. Misses on a shot. Another whistle here off the rebound. Go back to the Red Flames direction. Into Jaden Smith. See some changes on both sides of the next whistle. Caden again working up top. Dumps it off to Noah Lyon. Well defended again by Jaden Brambley. Back to Joel Hertline. Hands off to Grant Brambley. Grant double teamed. Flips it back on the near side to Jaden Brambley. Jaden a miss, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, hit off the side of the glass. Jaden looking to track it down again and does so high on the left. Jaden lost the dribble, tries to set it over to Tatiana Harriet, and she was fouled. Foul going on Matei. No, check that. Reposted there on Caden Smith. Jaden Brambley will trigger it back in from the far boundary. 8:14 left in regulation time. Garrett Attaway now will check out. As Jaden Brambley will try to trigger it in. Deflected out of bounds off the Blue Bombers and out. The Red Flames will get it back. In a low-scoring second half, only bucket of the half made by Caden Smith. He has the basketball right now. Sends it left to the lane to Dominic Zaccaro. Another foul called underneath. That foul went on Jaden Brambley. Third team foul the second half on the Bombers. Worked into Zaccaro. Deflected back up top. Giovanna Johnson going for the save. Got a little help there from Brody Baker. Sent back on over to Jaden Smith. A little ball fake. Floats it up left of the lane. No good on the shot attempt. And Jaden Brambley, another rebound there for the Blue Bombers. Will settle things down. Bombers the basketball in a 7-point lead. Leading 18-11 with 7:39 left here in the second half. And Jaden trying to force that one over to brother Grant. Goes out of bounds and back over to the Red Flames. Another change here for the, I'm going to rule that Blue Bombers ball, excuse me. Was deflected off of a Red Flame going out. And Jaden will send it back in here this time to Joel Hertline. Hertline on the far wing trying to fight with it. He's called for the walk. And travel there on Joel Hertline. Red Flames get it back, and we'll go back to their point guard, Caden Smith. Caden directs traffic. Very heady player out there for the Red Flames. Smith out of the corner trying to save it. Flipped it right to Jaden Brambley. And Brambley breaking right through center, taking it right to the rack and putting it up and in. Jaden Brambley now in double figures with 10. And the lead back up to 9 for the Bombers over the Red Flames at 20-11 as we go under 7 minutes left here in the second half. Here's Smith again, thought about the three, sends it off to his right to Noah Lyon. Missed on the first shot attempt. Flames trying to get it back. They do with Giovanna Johnson. Back over to Smith on the far wing and a foul call. Couple of changes here, Matei and Rivak back in here for the Flames. Old McClusack back in for the Bombers. Sent in again to Caden Smith here for the Red Flames. Smith left to the lane. Looks for operating room and copped it up there to Jaden Brambley. Jaden coming back, fouled there by Caden Smith. I think Smith fouled out. That's going to be a big loss the rest of the way for the Red Flames. Smith is done after scoring 9 points. He double buzzed him over the table. And Jaden Brambley will bring it back across. Jaden up top, watched there by Brody Baker. No miscommunication there with Lowell McClusack. Ball goes out of play and back over to the Red Flames. As we go under 6 minutes left in regulation time, 20-11. Bombers lead the Flames. Ryan Rivak here for the Red Flames up top. Pressured and has it stolen there by Mark Reed. Send it off to Jaden Brambley trying to break back, and a travel call there on Jaden. Nice defense from Alexandria Matei. Sent in again to Rivak. Ryan Rivak on the left now to Dominic Zaccaro. Zaccaro fouled up top. The 5th team foul already this second half on the Bombers. It's worked into Zaccaro. Flip back by Ryan Revac. The ball goes over to Tatiana Harriet. Forward to Jaden Brambley. Brambley trying to break back. Ran into Brody Baker. Held ball again. This time the possession arrow goes over to the Red Flames. It's Baker out of his own zone. Over to Dominic Zaccaro. Zaccaro running into Joel Hertlein. The ball goes out of play off of the Flames and out and back over to the Blue Bombers with 5:13 left in regulation. Bombers the basketball in a 9-point lead, leading 20-11. Jaden Brambley back into the Flame zone. Pressed up top, trying to stay with it. Ball comes loose here on the near side and out of bounds. Off of Ryan Revac and out. Bombers to trigger it back in again. Bounced in by Joel Hertlein. Over to Lola McClusack. Stolen there by Brody Baker, and Baker missed on a layup attempt. Gets it back, floats it back up too strong there on the backside. Noah Lyon trying to settle it down, and he gets fouled by Jaden Brambley. It's 4:42 left here in the second half. Ball quickly deflected out off the inbounds pass. Be the Flames ball, down 9. They'll bounce it into Noah Lyon. Lyon blocked there again by Jaden Brambley, and Brambley out of the pack with the basketball for the Blue Bombers. Brambley breaking back, takes it back inside, missed there on the drive, scrum for the rebound, tied up between Brambley and Dominic Zaccaro. Off the arrow this time, goes back to the Red Flames. And Caden Smith must not have fouled out because must not have fouled out because he's back into the game. The only reason I thought it might have been a foul out was due to the fact they kind of double buzzed him at the scorer's table. He's back out there now. He scored 9 points so far for the Red Flames. We'll pull up Jay here from just inside the foul line off the mark. Nice attempt there from Alexandria Matea going for the save, but it's ruled out of bounds off the Red Flames and out. And the Blue Bombers will get it back again, leading by 9 with 4:14 left in regulation. Grant Brambley out of his own zone. Ran into Brody Baker. Threw an errant pass to Giovanna Johnson, who got fouled by Tatiana Harriet. That'll be a bonus going back on the other side. It'll be Alexandria Matei to shoot free throws here for the Red Flames. It's 17 fouls already for the Blue Bombers. Should be a 1-and-1 here for Matei. Front end on the way, no good. Oh, McClusack, the rebound there for the Bombers. Here's McClusack back across. Not a little too quick that time, and back over to the Red Flames. Only had 2 baskets here in the second half. It was 18-9 at halftime. Just a make from Caden Smith and a make from Jaden Brambley. The only points here in the second half of the game. Smith back on the inside. Going over there, Dominic Zaccaro miss. Tracked back down again by Alexandria Matei. And a travel call there on Matei and the Red Flames. And the Red Flames will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 3:35 left in regulation. Bombers 20, Flames 11 here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, final 3:35 of this game in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade division between the Blue Bombers and the Red Flames. It's the Bombers on top, 20-11. And their leading scorers so far tonight, Jaden Brambley, who has scored 10, will trigger it in from the far side. She'll bounce it into her brother Grant. Going to work out of his own zone, down the far boundary. Grant staying with it, driving inside, a little scoop shot, no good. Harry going for the rebound. Grant had it, but he was out of bounds. And the Flames get it back. Sent in by Brody Baker to Caden Smith. Smith up top, 3:18 to play. Smith trying a little crossover, well defended by the Bombers defensively. Smith in the corner. Tries a little dump down out in front. Ball comes free and picked up by Jaden Brambley of the Blue Bombers. Jaden trying to race back. Brody Baker, good job to step out in front, and the ball tied up. Alexandria Matei also there for the Flames to break it up. Triggered it on the backside. It's Grant Brambley finding it. Tossing it down low. It's deflected off to Alex Matei. Matei pressured. Grant Brambley finds it back again. Tried a little scoop shot over to Jaden. Jaden out in front. Held ball there as Matei steps over. This time the Red Flames get it on the alternating possession with 2:41 to play. There's Caden Smith again. Caden up top. Has a little floater. Flex back in his direction. Off balance shot on the way. No good. Didn't drop down that time. Nice offensive rebound from Matei. Back out to Smith, who's fouled by Grant Brambley. Now send Smith to the line. Goes in the act. He'll get 2. 8th team foul on the Blue Bombers. Grant Brambley now will take a seat. Joel Hertline back in for the Bombers. 2:23 to play. Caden Smith at the line. First of 2 here, good for Caden Smith. Smith now 4 of 5 from the free throw line in this game. Second of 2, no good. Scrum for the rebound. Another held ball underneath. Now 20-12 after Smith hit 1 of 2 from the foul line. Lead at 8. Bombers with the basketball, that 8-point lead with 2:22 to play. Flames showing a little backcourt pressure. Jaden Brambley finds the loose ball and breaks back across. Jaden on the drive. Missed on the shot attempt. Harriet the rebound. A travel call there on Harriet with Noah Lyon defending. Caden Smith now working out of his own zone. Caden will flip over his shoulder, drew another foul. I think they got Maklusak there. I'll send Caden back to the foul line. First of 2 on the way and no good. Now Mark Reed will check in for Tatiana Harriet. Second of 2 free throw attempts here for Caden Smith. On the way and again no good. Bombers the rebound. A double dribble called on the far side. On the Blue Bombers and Garrett Attaway. Under 2 minutes now to play. Flames need to hurry. Smith drives and misses. Scrum for the rebound. Noah Lyon brought it down, got knocked down, but they're going to call steps. Noah Maklusak working back in here for the Bombers. Now they'll switch it off. Off the inbounds pass. Goes down to Jaden Brambley, lost the dribble. Bounces it back off to Garrett Attaway, who gets bumped by Brody Baker. Only the 3rd team foul against the Red Flames here in the second half. Jaden Brambley to work it back in. Feeds it in low. McClusack got bumped by Smith, and Smith called for another foul. And that looks like that was personal foul number 5 on Smith. I thought he might have been done earlier. Looks like he's done for good now. There's Noah Lyon. Long two, no good. Tracked down again by Matei. Got to feed it off to Brody Baker, who gets fouled underneath. Fouls piling up here in the second half. 1:31 left in regulation. Baker to head to the free throw line. Bombers over the limit. Baker misses on the first of 2 free throw attempts here for the Red Flames. Second of 2. Get no good for Baker. McClusack the rebound. Lola coming back across. Sends it down low. Joel Hurtline unable to finish. And another foul called underneath. Refs calling this one tight. Mark Reed will trigger it in. Sent in again to Jaden Brambley. Backs off a little bit. Over to Garrett Attaway. Lost the handle. Regains. Flips back over to Jaden Brambley. Looking again for Garrett Attaway, but it's stolen there by Dominic Zaccaro. Dominic racing back. Under a minute now to play. Blocked down again by Jaden Brambley. Down to 50 seconds left as Jaden brings it back across. Bombers the basketball in an 8-point lead. Jaden off to Joel Hurtline. Hurtline's shot no good. McClusack fights for positioning. Pulls it back to Jaden. They're right to Brody Baker. Baker a bit out of control. Lost it out of bounds. Bombers will get it coming back with 30 seconds left. They lead by 8. Giovanna Johnson back in for the Red Flames. McClusack takes a seat here for the Bombers. Garrett Attaway looking for an inside feed. Brambley found it. That's Jaden. Jaden triple teamed. Back over to Attaway. Garrett missed on the first shot attempt. Trying to send it back in Jaden's direction. Got deflected back to Alex Matei. Down to 7 seconds left. Matei up top. Down to 3. Down to 2. Brody Baker at the buzzer. Unable to get it to go, and that'll do it. Your final score, the Blue Bombers 20. And the Red Flames 12. Final scoring numbers, Jaden Brambley finishing with 10. Grant Brambley with 6. Lowell McClusack with 4. Caden Smith with 10. And Brody Baker with 2 for the Red Flames. Tonight's games were brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. We hope you enjoyed our basketball triple header tonight. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.